and be sure to answer yes or no. I think I'm not sharing screen right now. Let me fix that quickly. All right. I think my screen is visible. Yeah. So just let me know if everything is visible, and thank you to all the 5 people that are already here. To Charu, to Abja, to Victoria Molina, and Russell. Thank you very much for joining us in this evening. So, Soxy, this is the main star of the evening, right? It's a project that allows us to make everything we're all gonna be doing. It's basically how can we put it? It's a project that makes easier to do common stuff. It can be implemented as a standalone project, like we'll do it, or it can be implemented inside a project. So they have over 20,000 stars on GitHub, as you can see, and you can go and check all that out at Docz.site. It's powered by Gatsby, so it's really fast and really cool. It doesn't need config. It's my favorite part, and it's easy to customize and based on MDX. If you don't know what MDX is, it's basically Markdown, but better, because you can basically put HTML / React.js JSX code into it. But what I like a lot about Docz is that simplifies the task about design. You don't need to think a lot about design in this case. We'll be seeing a sample, like the basic design that you can see in the documentation sites, basically, but we'll not be doing some documentation. We'll be doing a resume. And since I already did my resume with Docz in the written article that you can find on Aviyel, we'll be doing one for Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be a twist about it. So I was a little bit ahead, and welcome. I already created basically a new React project with the create. Let me npx. Okay, create React app. It's called the command. You can find everything and every command in written article. So I already did this, and I added Docz with Yarn because since I'm streaming, my internet is gonna be quite slow. So just that, and we are in a fresh start of a new project, and we'll be head and running the Docz project with Yarn. Docz dev. Let's take a while. So, we are set now. I'm so glad that people are joining, and I hope you are having a coffee or, like in my case, a tea, because it's quite a nice evening here in Chihuahua, Mexico. Oh, shoot, I didn't see the chat. Okay, you can chat in the chat window. I can respond, and you can leave your questions in the Q&A section. So I'll be checking those out. We're still building the app. It's probably going to be a little bit slow I have a 2015 MacBook, so it's quite slow when I'm streaming. But give it a little bit of time, and we'll see the welcome screen without anything. Hello to Christian Calderon that just joined us. Thank you for being here tonight. So just a reminder, this is a live version of an article that's already written and live on Aviyel. So if you want to go and check that out, you can follow those steps basically side by side, and we'll have a nice result. Okay, it's some errors, but don't worry about them. It's okay. I have problems with my Yarn. I don't know how I broke it, but I broke it like 2 weeks ago, and I cannot upload my blog and a lot of things. Be careful with your Yarn configuration, people. Just give it a couple of minutes, please. Well, a minute. I don't think a couple. It will be necessary. And please tell me in the chat if you can see all the screen. You can read it well, because I'm quite interested that you can actually get something use of this live stream. And please go ahead and follow Aviyel in social media at AviyelHeyQ, and follow me at Linksake on Twitter too, and retweet, share this live, because I bet you don't have an online resume. All right, we have 2 votes on our poll, and no, 2 people doesn't have an online resume. But with this, well, you can have it by the end of the stream, under an hour, I promise. Well, if everything goes by the plans, It's quite a common error, especially, I don't know if it's my Yarn only or is a Docz thing, but you can see an error number. Let me pull it out. If you get an error number 981213, just delete your yarn log or package JSON log and your node models folder, and just do a fresh install of the models. I don't know why that happened the both of times that I did this project, in the beginning version and in this time, but it can happen. So, but it's an easy fix, really. Just a clean wipe. Maybe I should run the yarn develop beforehand. So tell me, everyone in the chat, please, what are you singing from? I know we have 2 people from Mexico here and a couple from India, I think so, but I would like to know that. It's just over there. I know this 2015 MacBook Pro can still do it. Can stream and code and run a develop server all at the same time. That's quite a lot of heavy task for a MacBook Pro if you think about it. Okay, yeah, we're loading. We can see here in localhost that we're loading the page, so everything's fine. Oh yeah, they put a poll to know where are you from, so please let us know. Thank you to whoever pulled the poll. That was all. So it would be also amazing to know if you knew Aviyel beforehand. It's quite a new project, but it's doing a lot of great things, including, spreading the word about open source projects. It's a way of helping and connecting the open source maintainers with developers and with people like me, content creators. So it's quite the ecosystem is quite fantastic. So I will encourage you to check it out. We have like 7 projects, I think, already on board in Aviyel, and we'll be writing a lot about them. Docz is just one of them. Is the one that caught my attention, like the minute literally that I opened Aviyel.com. So that's why I chose it for my first post and my first live. Okay, we're just waiting for my browser to fulfill the request. It's quite heavy task, streaming and doing a develop server is quite difficult. 2 votes from Mexico. Thank you. And there's another poll in the chat about if you knew Aviyel beforehand. So please let us know. Well, this computer is hot. Thankfully, here in Chihuahua, it's kind of cold. So it's quite nice that it's cold, the computer, but I'm a little bit worried if, I go offline from in a minute. It's just my computer explorer. Don't worry about that. Well, I mean, since this is still loading, let's go and open our editor. We'll be using VS Code. And the first thing we need to do, it's simple. Just create it in the root folder, in this case, the resume folder, a new file, and we'll call it sorry, I can write, Docz RC, and it's a JS file. Let me make sure that is in the correct folder. No, it isn't. Let me just, move it. So this will be our configuration file for all Docz related stuff, It's the first thing we need to do if we want to basically change, for example, the meta tags, or if we want to change the things that the Docz will ignore, because by default, it will search for all the project and it will take all the MD or MDX files. So I have a little snippet right here. So I'll just copy and paste it. So we are just exporting a default JSON. And the title, in this case, it was from my article, so we'll be changing that to Wayne. I actually don't know how to. Oh yeah, I write that name. The Rock. And Sun. And I chose The Rock because I had this song about he sings in my head. I have a earworm, I think they are called. Just TikTok give me that kind of stuff. That kind of worms. So I'll just paste the first paragraph here, just for to have a description. And that's not when our page is loads, it will grab the meta tag of title and will take Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and it will grab the meta tag, and it will be put like this thing, This is to optimize the SEO. So if someone searches for it in Google, it will show us Dwayne The Rock Johnson blog, and it will basically put title under the title We'll put a description under the title. Sorry about that. And the ignore array is just all the MDs files or MDX files that we'll ignore. So we don't want the README file to be shown on the navbar. That will be right here. I promise in a moment. He's trying. He won't quit. He's still trying. So let me check my notes what we can do. All right. Since we are ignoring the README file, it won't have anything to read because there isn't any MD file. So it will just blank. So it will be just blank. So let's fix that. Let's delete everything in the source folder because we don't need it anymore. We are MD gang, and we don't like JavaScript in our source folder basically. So I'm scared about selecting a lot of things because my computer will just explode on me in this moment. But I think we managed it. Yeah, it did it. So let's create a new file and just name it hello. Well, index, I think it's better. Index.md. And let's give this, I don't know how they are called. I think this is a table in Markdown. So let's create a new table and just give it a name. This will be the name that is shown in the navbar in the left side. So let's say hello world. And let's give it a route. So it will be route or root route. Let's have a heading 1 saying hello. And just say this is a rock fan page. So yeah, it's still going, boys. We can do it. I didn't know how on my computer. I think I can. Give me a second. I think I can do something else to, basically prevent it from dying. Oh, we have a bunch of polls, so be sure to check out the polls tab because it's quite nice to be interacting with you guys. Let me just see if I can revive my computer. We have a lot of people from Mexico. We have 9 attendees, and shout out to everyone. I think I see Sharu, I see Halil, Christian, Russell, Victoria, Aviyel, and Sharu again. Thank you all for being here. Okay, yeah, it was only this. I was opening a new tab in background. So we have our new tab. As you can see, let's go to the. Well, it didn't got the ignore file. I think it's processing still that thing. Yeah, okay. So we have the README file and we have the root file. Let's create something else to have a new item there. Let's call it wiki.md. So basically, we just want to have a few pages, just to show how easy it is to create. Let's call it Wikipedia data. Well, entry, I think, is better. and the route will be /wiki. And let's call this what's on Wikipedia. All right, we are already saved. And here it appeared like magic. That's the great thing about Gatsby and React is the hot loading. Okay, give me a second. Just let me check my notes. Something went wrong, and that's always fun when it happens live. Okay, maybe we just need to give it a couple of quick refresh so it loads the right content. No, that's always fun. Don't you love it when something like this happens just in a live audience? It's amazing. Maybe we just give it an MDX file. Well, extension, I think it's called. It's a proper name. That's great. We're I will start the server, but I will stop the live stream for a minute. We'll be back in 5 minutes. So please, everyone, stick around, and I'll be back soon or later, I think. It will be soon. Don't worry. Hello everyone, we are back. Just a piece of advice, don't try to run a develop server and stream at the same time. It's quite heavy for a 2015 MacBook Pro. But I managed to do it. Here we are. It just needed a restart, I still have a bug, but I can't fix it right now. It doesn't get the root directory. Well, not the root directory, the root route, more or less. But let's go ahead and just create a custom component so you see how easy it is. Let's create a folder. Why not? Components. I don't think that's how it should be written, but give me a second, I will fix it. The fun of having this kind of folder, when you mess up and with a typo. And just create a new, what do you want to call it? Welcome? Yeah, I think welcome will be fine. Welcome JSX. So it will be a JSX component. It's basically a React cross HTML component. And I'll just the snippet because I copy paste faster than I straight up, how do you type? Yeah. So give me a second there. Again, this snippet, you can find it on the reading this article. It's basically just you give it a title, you give it a description, and you give it an image, and I will show it. It's quite easy, it's quite simple, and it's what I use in my actual blog. So a little bit of advice there. So let's go and give it to Wikipedia. So we just need to give me a second to recall my notes. I just forgot how to import it. That's it. Okay, I think it's gonna be fine. I think we just call it welcome. Yeah, it's not gonna work, but let's just add some the rock. I didn't put my poll about if the rock. Do you think the rock? I think the rock rocks. And we'll give it some children. Let's just close that. Welcome. And let's put, where did we put it? Yeah. In our description, let's just take this, add it as a children. So I'll display it as, normal text. And let's add an image, but I forgot how I called it. Just straight up image. So let's give it a prop name image, and let's take the Wikipedia. And let's see if it works. I doubt it, but let's see. Let's just reload that and hope for the best. And thank you for all the 7 people that are still in here. Yeah, we need to import that. Just, I forgot how. Luckily we have the documentation right in hand. We just go to MDX. Yeah, it's just straight up there. Okay, it was easy. I just forgot it. I'm nervous to be in camera. Let's import the welcome component from components.welcome, but it's not you, it's React, it's better. And fight me in the chat if you don't think React is better. And let's see how our webpage is going. Give it a quick reload. And just wait. Because in this life, we all need to be patient. And as you see, and ta-da! You saw how easy was that? I promise, it's really, really easy. It maybe seems quite difficult on camera, but it's quite easy. It's just the fact that basically it's hard to stream with the same computer you are coding. But you can see we have the text, the rock, that was our title. We have our description, or in this case, the children. We can actually give it like even other components, and it will just, with this prop.children, put it as a span. And we can remove this and just straight up put all the children tab. And at the end, we'll have a center image of our beautiful rock person. And I think, what else we can do? Let me check this real quick. Okay, yeah. Let's try to create a new page just to see. That is quite easy, I promise. Let's create a new file and call it, let's call it Aviyel. Let's create just a markdown. And let's name it how it's done. And the route will be, yeah, that's not the B I'm looking for. Thank you. So let's just, how this, it's done. Just link to, oh, well, yeah, let's give thanks. Let's be nice person. Thanks to, I think, yeah, we'll link it. Aviyel, and we'll give the URL. So it's aviyel.com. Aviyel.com. Let's give Docz a shout out, because thanks to Docz it's everything we are doing. So it's doxy.site, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, doxy.site. Thanks to me, of course, because I'm your host that is in hell right now because the computer is not a PC gamer that can stream. So, Luis Angel. Oh, just let's link to my website. And let's say it's made with, and let's put a heart on it. With love, because of course it's made with love. So let's see if our bug, how it's done. Let's go over there. Yeah, we need to refresh the server. So I'll close my camera and my mic for a second there just to refresh the server, because it will take forever if I don't. And by refresh the server, I just mean running the command again. Yeah, yarn Docz that. Easy peasy. I'll be back soon. Oh, you know what? We can read the polls. Yeah, let's do that. So 5 votes. So 20% of the votants have a personal resume, well, an online resume / personal webpage, and 80% don't. So I recommend to all of you. Oh, can I share it? How is? Okay, I made that poll done, so you can check it out on the polls tab. But with Docz, everyone can have a web page. And my written article, I even go as deep as how to deploy it to GitHub pages. So you can go to basically, it will be your username.github.io/ it can be like me or something like that. So pretty cool. Give it a shot. Give it a read. The rock is actually live, and 33% says rock and 67% says flex. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired. It's quite difficult to be streaming like this. And where are you from? 80%. Yeah, over 80% is from Mexico. So hi to my fellow Mexicans. 17% is from India, and 3% is from somewhere else. Did you know about Aviyel earlier? No, but I wish I did. It's over 60%. So now you know. The more you know, people. And thank 30% is, yeah, you knew. Docz, which Docz feature do you like the most? The Gatsby configuration, the TypeScript support, or the MDX format? 50% say the Gatsby configuration, 50% say the TypeScript support. Actually, TypeScript is really, really cool. I'm not good at it, so that's why I didn't do it in TypeScript. We don't want any more mistakes, or at least I don't want any more mistakes. Maybe it's fun to you to be watching this. But yeah, it's super, super cool. But I'm offended. No one likes MDX. Why nobody likes MDX? It's so cool. It's just easier. It's less things to do. So in the public, Cody says, is the whole reloading supported by Docz, or do I have to restart this every time? Okay, no, it's hot reloaded supported. I'm just restarting it because basically my computer is like 90% up using the CPU. But in a normal use case, it's hot reloading. It will be appearing the new pages on the left side of that bar, basically. So it's quite simple. You don't need to worry about what I'm doing here. It's just like a really special occasion between my environment, my computer, and the when I'm live streaming. Let's go to the wiki page and see if it's done. And no, it doesn't. It's just it's since done yet. But yeah, I encourage you just straight up just put npx create red app, the name of your project. Go ahead, install it with npm or yarn or npmm. I don't know how it's called, the new one, but add Docz and just straight up start with. It's really simple. It's really cool, and when you're not streaming, it's really easy to use. Look, yeah, just add it to your yarn or to your npm, and it's quite simple. It's easy, simple. Yeah, and you should. Well, if you want to, you can add these things. I don't like it. It's easier for me to just use yarn as it is. But yeah, we are approaching to the end of this stream. I hope you've been liking it. Shout out to everyone that was here. Thanks so much for being here with me, suffering, sharing, basically, the public shame. In a couple of minutes will come the nun from the Game of Thrones and just start with the bell telling shame. But I promise I'll get a better PC and I will live stream more often, because live coding is actually really cool. Yeah, it's done. So let's give it a shot. Yeah, it's preparing the requested page. And drum roll, please. Ta-da! I told you. I know my computer. So it was really easy. You just need to add in the source folder all the MDs and MDX that you want to. If you're not live streaming, you don't need to reload manually. It will load by itself. But yeah, be sure to check out the documentation. It's quite simple. It's quite nice, the documentation. It has everything you need to do it. And I forgot to show you this. Let's hope it works. It has included night mode. Isn't that awesome? By that alone, Docz is just way cool. Like, you don't need to implement a dark mode. You can make it default though, but you need to add a Gatsby configuration. Let me show you to you here. In the Gatsby theme, you can add the dark mode as a default. But I think this is in the earlier version of Docz. In the newest, you need to add it as a new configuration. But it's really cool. I hope you like it. I'm sorry for all the mistakes that we have. We need to learn them somehow. And you see, here in Coffee and Code, yeah, here in Coffee and Code, we make live mistakes with you for entertainment and for our learning. So thank you so much. Be sure to follow Aviyel at Aviyel HQ in Twitter. Follow them on LinkedIn, and of course our webpage aviyel.com. And you can follow me on Twitter as at Linsake, and on LinkedIn you can find me as Angel Ortega. So be sure to check all of those out. And thank you to all of them. Thank you, Eric Silva, to join me. Uh, and goodbye. I'll see you in next time. I promise. It will be better. I'll get a better computer. See ya.